if you're voting in the Republican primary. The way we're going to, gentlemen, welcome in, Bradley.
Good to be here, Will.
Tim, can I call you Bradley and Tim?
That's fine.
We all know each other. Mr. James, is that what you prefer?
That's better.
Senor James? No, I'm just messing with you. Listen, we're going to have some fun this afternoon. We're going to
Monsieur. Monsieur.
Monsieur. Okay, we'll go with the French then. We're going to try to have a good time this afternoon, guys. I just want to get to the heart of the way you feel about things. What we're asking callers to do in a few minutes, as I've repeated, prior to you guys getting here, is that they ask questions of both of them, not target just one candidate or the other. We're going to try to weed out people on campaigns trying to sabotage the thing. I just want to sit down with two guys that I respect and have a conversation. What we decided to do is we're going to do kind of three parts, if it's okay. We've got an hour and a half, so the first 30 minutes or so, the first block. Well, what we'll do is, one block will be you guys talking to each other, just asking each other what you will, based on your experience on the campaign trail. The other block will be our voters, and I've got a few questions myself. I'm not sure, we may have a media guy or two that may want to come in here. It's just an open discussion so we can move forward. So, Bradley, I guess who picked the chairs? You picked the chair. Tim, you want to pick the coin toss to see who goes first? I'm going to flip a penny here. We're too cheap to flip a quarter at Citadel, so somebody gave me a penny. Heads or tails?
Heads.
It's tails. You want to go first?
Sure.
All right. What we're going to do is I just want to open the discussion up and let you guys talk. Bradley, I'm going to give y'all the floor to begin with, and I'm going to sit back and let you talk. Y'all just ask each other questions.
Tim, for the last 3 years, I have been very involved in trying to clean up corruption in this state. Obviously, when I was the chancellor of the two-year college system, I was deeply involved in trying to clean up the most corrupt part of state government. And I've been talking about ethics reform a lot in the campaign, as you know from hearing me on the trail. And we have this huge corruption investigation going on now that involves the legislature, involves lobbyists, etc. So we know we have a major corruption problem in this state. We know we've got problems with our ethics laws. But I've been listening to you on the campaign trail, and I don't understand why you don't want to give our Ethics Commission the powers they need in order to enforce the ethics laws of our state so we can clean up this junk and move on. So explain to me, explain to the people that are listening, why you don't want to give the Ethics Commission the powers they need to enforce our ethics laws, like the subpoena power. Why don't you want to do that?
Leland, it is good to be here. Bradley, it's good to see you as well. We started off this campaign in lots of forums, and they have narrowed down. But this is a great forum, and that's a good question. And I have heard you speak of ethics over and over and over ad nauseum. Nothing is wrong with giving subpoena power to the Ethics Commission, so long as before these subpoenas are sent out, they are stamped by a judge. Remember, the Ethics Commission are good people, but they are political appointees. And I'm telling you, you better be very careful before you give police powers to a bunch of political appointees. Don Siegelman. There are all these politicians that appoint these folks over a period of time. So I am fully in support of giving them, putting teeth in it, but I want a little bit of control. And before they, for example, show up at your house and want to see your some person that you've been in conflict politically, look at your documents, your papers, use the police powers. Let's let a judge stamp it first. But I want to take it a step farther. And you have been, Bradley, articulate in this race on the issues that we're talking about, ethics issues, PAC-to-PAC transfers. And I've heard you talk about the eliminating PAC-to-PAC transfers, and I totally agree with you. Everybody's guilty. But in your campaign, you have taken 10 times more PAC money than I have, over what, $1.5 million. So I don't see how you make that the centerpiece